Hi, this is Chris from needlepointers.com, and today I have another cute machine embroidery project perfect for Easter. These are Peekaboo Bunny and Chick, and they are made in the hoop with your embroidery machine. As you can see, I went a bit crazy and made a whole bunch of these bunnies. I also made a couple of the chicks. This adorable softie is cute by itself, but you can flip the pockets to the front and it folds into an egg. Here's the egg, and I can flip the top pocket open with the bunny ears. He's got really long ears, and he's peeking out of the egg. And then you can flip the bottom pocket open, and there's the back of him open, and the front with his long floppy ears. The chick works the same way, but he doesn't have a little tail on the back like this one did. And you can flip open the top part, and he's peeking, and flip the bottom, and your chick is out. So again, you can see the fabric, how it flips onto the back. This design is by A Creative Medley. This designer has many different designs of peekaboo animals. So if you don't like these, take a look and you will find over 70 different designs. If you would like to make this design, please click on the link in the description of this video and go to our page for this project. On that page, you will see more photos and tips for making this project, and also links to where to purchase the pattern. While you are on our website, sign up for our free newsletter. This weekly newsletter will keep you updated when we release new videos. Also, if you haven't gotten your copy yet, be sure to get our free book, 12 Easy Sewing Patterns. A link to get the book is also available in the description of this video. So back to this design. These designs are made in the hoop with an embroidery machine. In the hoop means that the entire design is stitched in the embroidery hoop, and when you pop it out, it's a completed stuffie with only one small hole to stitch after stuffing. This chick design is made in two hoopings. The first hooping stitches the two wings. I used a soft fleece on the back and a colorful cotton fabric for the wings. After stitching, they are trimmed and turned right side out. The second hooping starts with the front of the chick and stitches the feet and the face. If you are using a fluffy fleece fabric, use a water-soluble stabilizer like this Sulky stabilizer to cover the face area before stitching. I like this one because it's clear and it will tear away easily around the stitches. This will hold down the pile in the fabric so the stitches will come out and not sink in to the actual fabric. The feet are done with machine embroidery applique, and you can pick some fun coordinating cotton fabric to use. The next step, stitch the placement stitches for the wings and tacks them down. This ensures that the wings are held in place and don't shift during the last step. The next step lays the bottom pocket across the front of the project. And then the next step just stitches the fabric down along the bottom. Finally, you place the top fabric pocket across the top front of the project, and then you lay the back piece face down across the project. The last step of the pattern stitches around the outside edge and leaves an opening here at the bottom for turning and stuffing. After you finish it, you pop it out, trim around the outside, turn it right side out, stuff it through the hole, and then hand stitch the hole closed. The bunny is made in the same way, but it requires either 3 or 4 hooping. The fourth hooping is optional and will stitch the tail on the back of the bunny. The first hooping is for the arms. These are stitched similar to the wings on the chick. I used a soft fleece for the arms, front and back. After stitching, they are trimmed and turned right side out. The second hooping is for the ears. I use soft fleece and then a colorful cotton fabric for the ears. These are stitched and then trimmed and turned. The third optional hooping is for the tail, as I said before. The last hooping will stitch the face, the bow tie, and the feet on the bunny. Again, use the water-soluble stabilizer over this face section if you are using a fluffy fabric. After the face and the feet are complete, the steps will stitch a placement stitch and a tack down stitch for the arms and the ears. You can use embroidery tape to hold the pieces in place while they're stitched. Remove the tape after stitching each piece. The bunny is very bulky when stitching the last two steps. Do not skimp on the size of the fabric for the back and the pockets of the bunny. With the long ears and the arms, there is a lot to be tucked inside, especially when using fleece fabrics. So it makes it very bulky when you place the last piece on top because of all this in there and the pockets. The next step will tack down the bottom pocket, similar to how it's done on the chick. The bottom pocket is laid across and then it's stitched down along the bottom. So the last step stitches the top pocket and the back to the bunny by stitching around the whole thing. You place the backing piece face down onto the bunny so that the right sides are facing each other. After it's done being stitched, you pop it out of the hoop, turn, stitch close the small opening at the bottom of the bunny. I use minky, fleece, and cotton fabrics for my animals. I like the minky for the egg sections and the soft fleece for the animal itself. Another in the hoop bunny project I made a few years ago is this Bonnie bunny. This design is from Designs by Juju. This stuffed bunny is made in two hoopings. One is for the ears and the other is to complete the rest of the bunny. It has applique fabric sections and a machine embroidered face. I stitched the bunny on minky fabric. Like the Peekaboo projects, it's stitched in the hoop with a small opening to be hand stitched closed after turning and stuffing. I'll have a link to the Bonnie bunny pattern on the page linked in the description of this video. We hope you enjoyed learning about this Peekaboo bunny and chick and Bonnie bunny in the hoop projects. These will make fun gifts for in an Easter basket for your kids or grandkids. Leave us any questions you have below or just comment to say hi. Like and share our videos, and if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to our channel so you won't miss future videos. Visit our website, needlepointers.com, for lots of other machine embroidery tutorials and free projects. While you're there, sign up for our free weekly newsletter so you won't miss new tutorials. Happy stitching!